Hey, social media family. Been the subscribers of, likewise any visitors to that been my own YouTube social media channel. How are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. It's not bad yet to be said. To be doing and as well feeling all right. Well, not best of all to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed. More blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family, friends, hopefully me and mine likewise as well, are all the same. Hold that thought. And moving right along. And to think that all I wanted to do was to call it a night, for that assignment such to give a moment in time. Believe it or not, after having gone to a hot and steamy day, where I myself have yet to, get back to taking care of my personal hygiene, whereas, believe it or not, I am a fan of soap and water, and likewise, wearing clean clothes. But lately, I have been going through some changes with a certain proverbial neighbor from damn hell, of whom has been attempting to give me the business for licensed kind here where I'm at now for the worst of ones of their kind, compared to the ones I have had to be bothered. I have had to be bothered with for a different neighborhood community address location, whereas this is one of the worst ones. So therefore, they are the worst served, or whereas this is one of the worstest of the centenary neighborhood communities, and therefore they are some of such the worstest of neighbors from damn hell. I shouldn't be eating these hot snacks. Yeah, that's something to walk around, pull me off, And anyway though, whereas it's enough to have to reflect upon some of such of the likes of them, as these neighbors are worse than the last neighbors from down here that I have had to be bothered with. So I say not that I mean stray from the original topic of discussion, being in which I would think to get to, that would complement the name title to this present social media content of a broadcast video. Anyway, these neighbors, so I say in the sense of a form of line thought, they are only worse because they are creepier or more creepy than the last neighbors from down here. And lo and behold, here that after I have gone through a long, hard, hot day and reflecting upon how I have to take care of next business in hand, being in which I had done did. Being in which is to renew my apartment renewal lease, unfortunately, for where I'm at now in one of the worstest of neighborhood communities for the centenary within city limits. And therefore having to be bothered with some such the worst or worstest neighbors from down here, as I was saying, I'm stating for a record, that as I myself, being that my person, had thought of it of my intention to stop off in the atmosphere for its premises property at a given address location for a Chicago branch public library in one of the worst or worstest of the centenary neighborhood communities, similar to where I myself am at now as the tenant paying annual monthly rent, utilities, and home phone service. Not home phone service, I'm thinking about my last place rather for a different neighborhood. But one of the more preferred ones compared to where I'm at now. Sorry about that last mention. But anyway though, it is, because I'm already pissed off that I have to renew my apartment rental lease here in the meantime, because the weather temps is brutal or vicious, man. I'm not really prepared to be trying to go through the motion and take care of next to be in hand with the weather temps working against me. So I'm going to try to hold out until the weather temps get better and then prepare, That's from saving up my money to paying for moving in storage to paying a first rent for another place of residence once I were to, take care of the necessary business hand and negotiate things with a future landlord elsewhere, and hopefully for one of the better neighborhoods or vicinity within city limits. But anyway, though, as I'm already pissed off at how, in the meantime, I have to renew my apartment rental lease here until further notice, where I stepped off into this one library similar to the neighborhood where I'm at now, where it's located at. And this one black male security guard, he wants to attempt to give me the business, assuming things about me. Whereas he himself had not done or did that before. See, the thing is, as I'm leaving the library, after I sit there and try to ease my mind for what living damn hell I have been put through, enough as it is, a matter of case and situation, or rather extenuating circumstance upon the conditions as that being, where even before I had, sat down in that library, the security guard, he give me the evil eyes, looking all crazy and so forth and whatnot at me. Before he's supposed to be left alone, but the very minute I'm leaving the library, he acting like he on a stalking tip, like he's stalking me like a stalker. But I left the library, and I see this one white family sitting outside this here library, looking like practically, possibly like a sore thumb sticking out. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. And for the neighborhood being at this, so I'm asking them question of, you're not homeless, are you? And here, lo and behold, here comes the security guard, this black male toy cop, dickhead prick security guard. Sorry about that, but now I think you all get the general idea of what I was trying to say about this SOB bastard. Oh, there I go again. Assuming things about me. Like I'm one of the lowest of scumbags, from the likes of characters, like say, from the likes of drug pushers and dope dealers, like one of my present neighbors from down hell is, I suspect, to like as if I'm worse yet, a closet rapist, a closet pedophile. I'm like, son of a. Whereas he is from there asking me question of, is they bothering you? Whereas what he really meant to say was, why are you bothering them? He wanted to see what my response was. So I asked him with question of, no, they're not bothering me. So he's supposed to left it at that. Like, I guess then because he felt that, I didn't respond in a way that he was assuming that I could, right? I said, ain't that something? So I got some resentment behind that. I felt offended. So I left and then changed my mind to go back. The white family had already left the library's premises as they were sitting outside. Someone started giving them time. Again, one time, like the security guard walking down the sidewalk, where he decided going to the library was. I'm telling white family, imagine that. You get to assuming things, Yeah, I take it that quite naturally that was a shot against my person. He's trying to call me out my name and everything, assuming things. So anyway, he come back some sort of way, And whereas I have now said, and neither nor am I bothering them, Where the white boy told me not to sweat. He come back. And so I decided from there, and whereas they had already left by the time I went back, like they suspected, there was some, how should I put it, hostility. I don't look at it that way. I'm a believer in God, And The God of my own understanding, our Lord and Savior Christ, whom I deliver. He didn't say that this talk and this walk would be easy, you know. But anyway, though, whereas before then I had thought to call on my own personal cell phone, and somebody had to switch me over to him because it sounded like him. So from there, I asked to see a supervisor, and sure enough, as my suspicion was, then I'm hearing his voice like he's like saying the supervisor's out to lunch. So I'm like, why would a librarian page switch me over to him? You know, and that was kind of foul in its own right, foul and funky. So I went back to the library and I asked one librarian page, can I speak to the supervisor? And well, she's like saying more or less. Well, the supervisor on the lunch break. I'm like, lunch break? It's dinner time. Supervisor on the lunch break, you know. And I'm like, well, when can I see some or such? And whereas she's mentioning at a rather inconvenient time. So I said, well, I'm going to have to postpone this here for another date and time because I'm already hot and muggy and I'm just ready to call it a day and a night. So I asked her, well, can I see the supervisor? Can I see the supervisor tomorrow? The supervisor won't be in. So I said, well, tell the supervisor I get back. Tell the supervisor that I get back with one like sometime next week then. You know, like, imagine that. And this black toy cop, I'm saying this black male toy cop security guard is coming out his trick bag to give me the business, assuming stuff about me, you know. Like, what? I'm like, don't even go there. Don't even try, don't even think. He was hoping that I would respond to him in some such other way. And I said, don't start anything you can't finish, you know. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm thinking, you know. So I'm like saying, why I'm like, really now? You assuming the worst about me? I'm like, really now? So I was hoping that he would say something as I'm like speaking to one of the librarian page. So I could say, sir, I wasn't talking to you. I think I would have told him in more words or less. I wasn't talking to you, sir. I think you didn't done as well as said enough. You know, I wasn't talking to you. I didn't say a thing to you. I wish you would leave me alone. I wish you would leave me the damn hell alone. You know, like you sweat me like a damn neighbor from down hell, like the drug pusher, dope dealer down the hall from me on the same floor level in the building here where I'm at, in one of the worstest of the Centenary neighborhood communities. But he didn't say anything. And matter of fact, he didn't even look up at me, looking down at his cell phone. I guess it finally clicked in his head that he's in the wrong. What he was assuming about me. So if at some given moment in time in the future, he could approach me and get to say, hey brother, I just want to say that I'm sorry, I apologize. Nah, don't. I'll be like, brother, I'm reading at the moment. I don't even want to hear it at the moment, you know, because I could possibly still be experiencing some resentment behind what he himself had done or did and say to me, you know, coming behind me, stalking me like a stalker, coming behind me the very moment I leave the library, and then gonna mouth off to me, you know. I'd be like, brother, I don't even want to hear it at the moment. Can't you see? I'm trying to read, bro. I don't want to hear anything you got to say, you know. In other words, you just showed me what you about. You know, you got your little, you know, security guard uniform, security guard badge, and you want to lord it over somebody. You want to get to thinking that practically, you know, possibly that you one of those kinds that everybody else that look like they could be down and out could possibly be just that, or could possibly be of the riffraff for that matter, you know. Like, brother, I'm thinking all the while, brother, you don't even know me like that, man. Don't even go there, man. You know, mouthing off to me like yada yada yada. This is not the first time a security guard has make like one wants to disrespect me. Though this didn't happen most recently, but it wasn't that long ago. But this was for a bookstore atmosphere, and where the security guard is following me around in the bookstore, you know. But he didn't say anything to me compared to This one joke of a security guard that could mouthing off to me, Don't get me wrong, I'm not against security guard. I'm just saying this certain one. Like against I'm not against all cops or police officers either, And hopefully I'm gonna tell you that my person will still have just as many, if not more, friends upon the police force or for a police department for any compared to some such suspected enemies on the police force or police department that could confuse me with some such of the riffraff criminal elements of society for any given country or nation, of the likes of the rank and file, the criminal elements, So I'm not saying, like, what? I'm not serious, man. I just asked them if they're homeless. It's not like I'm coming off like a predator. Are you serious, man? Because the way I'm looking and so forth, look like kind of down and out or kind of musty at the moment and so forth. You really want to go there, man? I'm like, oh, you want one of them trips, because you're a security guard and you figure you want to try to over exercise your authority, assuming some or such about practically and possibly anybody that could look down and out like everybody else that could be looking like so could possibly be of the rank and file, the criminal elements of riffraff. I'm not saying, man, that's a funky attitude to have. I'm thinking in my head in regard to, I'm like, that's funky and foul. You and your stupid ass assumptions. Well, I would have been like, yeah, he spoke to me. Like, brother, could you please leave me alone? I would strongly suggest or advise that you just shut up. You just be silent, quiet. But you didn't say it enough as well as did enough already. I don't have to hear anything you have to say. Because I wasn't talking to you to begin with. I was talking to this librarian Page, trying to get in contact with a supervisor about the necessary business at hand that has to be taken care of. Being your total disrespect, your unprofessional behavior or conduct against my person, and like they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, making all these ignorant ass assumptions about my person. You don't know the first damn thing about me. Talk with the damn hell not what you think or assume. You might think, yeah, that happened to me around about something like the close of the day, around about, or more or less the 5 o'clock hour, give or take. Something like that, And I'm like, oh, the audacity, never him. I'm like, oh, is it like that really now? I said, really? It's like that? You think of me as some kind of a low-life shithead, piece of shit, or let me rephrase that. You think of me as one of the lowest or low-life scumbags, like a drug pusher, dope dealer, or worse yet, like a rapist or a pedophile, or the likes of sexual predator, animal monsters. So now I'm like, now I know what trip you on. I'm saying now I know to be more alert to your person, seeing how you want to go there, tripping, geeking and tweaking with me, assuming thing. Now I know what kind of person you are, And I swear to God, I seriously just wanted to cool out after being out in weather temps, sweating like a white boy, like a white guy, white fella, and especially after this one neighbor from down here of another black male, to be compared onto this stupid ass toy cop, black male security guard giving me the business after I had already gone through some of such living down here with this damn sick ass neighbor from down here of this one mainly mostly among the likes where I'm at now of likes of neighbors from down here as he himself was a drug pusher, dope dealer, down the hall from me on the same floor level. Keep going in and out the back door to this building. One or two back doors, one that's next to my apartment door compared to the other one, where you can, that is come in and go out of the building through that other back door. Whereas this back door, you can only go out, but you can't come in unless you do what he's been doing lately. He will prop something between the door and the doorway so he can make sure he get back into the building via this back door that's next to my apartment door. And he does this at late night, evening hours, disturb my peace as well as my rest. Throwing a monkey wrench in my sleeping program. Interrupting my sleeping patterns. Causing me to wake up late and start my day off late. Depending on how late it is, I'm having to rush out of here without taking care of my personal hygiene to make sure I get me a bite to eat at one of the free eating spots, soup kitchens and food pantries. Well, some soup kitchens be moonlighting as food pantries compared to other ones that don't. And regardless of whether or not I still have a little something in my fridge and in my kitchen cabinets, but then everybody wants to eat a variety. You don't want to eat the same thing over and over again. So I'm having to rush out, and forsake my personal hygiene so I can get to it once again. Even if I have to shower at night, though I won't be going anywhere at night, And then I have to be watchful of my apartment door, because I go try to use the washroom. So if I shower at night, be butt naked. I don't know if some of these damn proverbial neighbors from damn hell could possibly attempt to up the ante or push the envelope and attempt to come in on me while I'm taking a shower. And I suspect that they have trespassed my premises and properties, not only when I have left the building to try to take care of some personal business matters for my own survival, but not even so equal, but especially when I'm here trying to get my rest, my beauty rest, my Z's, Whereas at times I be waking up in the morning and feel like somebody has violated my person more than just have gone through my personal effects, belongings, and possessions, I'm like, what the? And then a makeshift bedroom for my living room area is like more closer to my apartment door compared to my little actual back bedroom door, being which I never think to sleep in. But that is been because of the case of situation up on these conditions, rather extenuating circumstances. I sleep in my living room area that have transformed into makeshift bedroom, because it's closer to my apartment door and it would be much easier for me to get to it to find out whether or not somebody is attempting to trespass my premises and properties while I'm here trying to get my rest. When it would be bad enough that they would attempt to do that, while I'm gone from the building to try to take care of some necessary business matters to transact for my own survival. Wanted to find out that here it is. I go to this one public library within black metropolis of the inner city, or for one of the ethnic minority, the Sentiera neighborhood communities, and get sweated by a black male toy cop security guard, assuming me to be a riffraff of the criminal elements, Yeah, if I had not been thinking, I could have just gone ahead and flipped through the birds, Well, sorry about that, but I think you all get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. As well as I could have just verbalized the sentiments as well as gone about with the physical gesture of that nature, but that's beneath me. I figure that I leave it alone, because I'm not gonna give him sufficient ammo to attempt to address the issue in a court of law, to attempt to make it seem like I'm the bad guy, you know. I wasn't causing any problems. I don't know how he assumed, you know. Is they bothering you? And in other words, like, hey, if you can. Because that what he really want to say is, but you got the hot you eyeballing the mother as well as the wife of this white family. But you want to attempt to see if you can score with her, get on his good side, the father figure and husband man of this white family, so you could attempt to get into the panties the wife the wife and what mother the mother figure and wife of this white family, was you could be like wanting to hit it and quit it, get your rocks off, you know, try to see if she could wake up your dick from the dead. What you attempt to see if she could suck your dick or set out the pussy or poontang. What you contemplate maybe snatching up panties or something? You know, like a rapist. Did you eyeballing her daughters like you come off like a pedophile? Or maybe you eyeballing her boys. Their boys like some kind of gay pedophile Catholic priest wannabe male character. I tell you what, you get away from here, you know. Before I call the cops, police, was I make the civilian arrest and then make the official arrest. I'm like, Negro, please. Yeah, I call the cops and police for you, man. They could probably be at my crib eating donuts and drinking coffee. If not likewise smoking squares. You know, ask around, man. Yeah, even in this bad neighborhood, it's worse than if I would invite them over. They could probably be at my pad, and some of them, hopefully not all of them, hopefully not some of them is like attempting to smoke weed in my pad. Be like coming off like a Snoop Doggy Frog Hall wannabes. Da 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 da. Negro, please get you some business, man. Talking all that yin yang yada 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 woo woo woo. Man, you'll be the one that I have them throw the cuffs on you. You go there, attempt to make me come subject to experiencing false arrest. Man, please, or excessive force or police brutality because you want to assume something. Then I sue the library and I sue the police department if I had to, but I don't want to go there so much because nobody will come because I got more than quite a few friends on the police force, the police department, hopefully as much as enemies, possibly as I suspect. Then I sue the city. I'm like, Negro, please get you some business, man. Go find you a toy to play with. Like I tell this drug pusher, dope dealer neighbor from damn hell, go find you a toy to play with. Don't be playing with my apartment door. So that's what happened to me most recently, y'all. This one dickhead prick, SOB bastard, a black male toy cop security guard. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I go against cussing, swearing like a drunken sailor. I'm sorry. I got to get out of the habit of doing so. But lately, I've been feeling just so much in a funk. You know, I think I had to fill out a sign, a renewed apartment rental lease, and I have to just chill here much longer than what I would want to. Then, on this last note of interest, I'd like to say, and that is, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, so I say, even right to force myself to say it, don't come naturally for me to do just that. To share the gospel message with you all. Insane. But then, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think to do so now. While the blood is still running warm in your veins, by recognizing and realizing what he himself had done or did upon the cross of Calvary on the hill of Golgotha, suffered at the hands of Roman soldiers, upon the orders of their superiors, religious, political, militaristic, and etc. But then, nevertheless, he went to that cross of Calvary to become a perfect sacrifice, only sacrifice for you as well as for me. Don't steal my trademark physical gesture, but I'm going to have to plagiarize it sometime. And whereas if any of us being of whatever races, whatever walks of life, fashion, society, lifestyle preferences, being of the old, young, lack of both two sexual genders, of males and females, associated with and represent not only the human species but the global community within this post 911 era of a new millennial apocalyptic day and age, and whereas the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes of midnight compared on how formerly prior to then was a quarter to midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times, where the professed some such faith in him. From there we become and be blessed in one regard or another, more than one. First and foremost with this salvation, being of which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly become citizens of the kingdom of heaven. Second of all, with its delivery. First, you have got to get this salvation, otherwise you have nothing coming so far as blessing is concerned. And if you leave this world without the only fire insurance against the lake of fire down hell, then your final destination would be just that, to be burning forever and be tortured and terrorized for all eternity by the devil and the demons, with the rest of the unsaved, lost, damned human souls of unbelievers and non-believers compared on time. We as believing God will be across that great divide that separates heaven from hell. And in the company of like-minded believers, asking Christians, aka Protestants, and in the presence of God and his angels otherwise. You so be blessed while we're still here. Chemical warfare or by the bomb. And the last one I like to say. Mr. Cameron and Barack Obama discussed plans in a 40 I hope that some of you have gotten something out of this here. They are expected to especially part about Christ's salvation. I'm talking about the last. In retaliation for its barbaric chemical attack.
You're listening to WNWI Oakland, Chicago, 1080 AM radio.
The attacks on America, and on the UK, because we have sowed this kind of violence. We supported these wars. We supported these leaders. We sell them military might. We've done all of these things, and they end up fighting. We know it. We that's the intent, and that's exactly what you're trying to do in America. Is feed both factions to get about a controversy in America so they can come down with their military might and take charge of the entire world. There's no way that they're going to take charge of the Middle East without bringing in line the United States of America. So recognizing and or realizing Babylon is fallen, and in 1 hour. So our Lord and Savior, America has presented to the world for years, will come to naught. I've always got to Christ get this perspective had done or did on the cross of Calvary. And as I talk to you, I try to talk in such a way as he that himself you can relate with me given on the intent or the purpose,
life's blood to
impact,
restore the breach.
That's why I let you listen to telephone calls.
Restore the breach.
Opposition and pro and con, and that's why I
between
those who
God
revile, trying not to revile again,
and mankind,
and
or
to myself,
humankind,
and I
so
deal with
that
myself.
if
Remember,
any of us, meaning whatever races and all walks of life, factions of society, or
give me that portion of
lifestyle preferences.
Do you know how many of you and I have done that when we got born again by faith in Jesus Christ?
And being of the old and young alike,
it belongs to me. Give me faith.
Likewise,
give me
likewise,
give me a life. Give me a family. And give me.
Both
give me that
of the two sexual genders were to
and so the Father, in his love and mercy, gave us. And most of us went out just boasting of what God gave us. I'm saved, I'm sanctified, and I'm
had
with the Holy Ghost, and
fulfilled
God bless me with this, and God bless me with that. And we
biblical.
claim every good thing in life as a blessing from God, which you want.
And we
Because
would
every
become,
and perfect
we will
gift
become or be
cometh down
blessed in
from the
one
Father of
regard
light, or the one
and
who is
for
light,
another.
who gives us knowledge on how to obtain, how to
Verse
secure,
where
how to maintain,
we
and how to preserve. What a glorious God gave us a mind, a heart, and a
would
body.
become
The
or
body he gave
be
us is a blind
considered
body. The heart is deceitful,
as
and the mind is
citizens
carnal.
of
And God said, he's sorry he gave it to us, but he did give it
heaven.
to us because we asked for that
And then,
portion of goods.
second of all, we would
We thought we owed. He owed it to us.
bless
But we wasted.
while
Wasted the
we
mind,
are still
wasted the heart,
here
wasted the body,
on the
went our own way,
planet
and found ourselves here, many of us.
or
Now,
in
the younger ones haven't yet found it. Many of
as
us are
we
finding it a lot. I was just reading an account of Mike
take.
Tyson. I literally saw the man
You all
in a confessional yesterday
take care.
on the iTunes
You
where
all
he was weeping.
take
He was saying,
care
I'm about to
and
die. He's
blessed.
40-some years old.
Yes.
He said, I've been lying to the people,
Bless.
lying to myself. I'm a
Not
drunk. I'm an addict.
stress
And I'm
by
dying.
accepting
He said, I've done so many things wrong.
Christ as
I was
your
a very good
own
confession. It really was.
personal
And I
Lord
did it
and
straight from the heart.
Savior.
What brought him to that? When he came to
and
himself.
my
He came to himself. He said, I'm dying.
recognizing
I want people to forgive me. I want forgiveness. I want to forgive others.
what
because I'm dying.
had done
And he was thankful that he was able to go without drugs and alcohol for 6 days. Now, I hope that continues. I don't wish anything against him. But oh my, if you're sold to the flesh, you shall of the flesh reap corruption. And that's taking place in every nation of the world, every race, every color, and every creed. I'm stuck right in the midst of all this Babylon of religious thinking and doings and being.